Hey guys, Tylen here. Today I have another review since my last two did incredibly well. I'm reviewing all the game passes for Anomic on Roblox. Before we get into this, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that stuff. Help my channel get to 500 subscribers. I just hit 300. Almost to 500 now. It's really cool. Be part of that first 500 gang. Also, check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tylen. I play other games besides Roblox and Minecraft, such as Valheim, Subnautica, stuff like that. But without further ado, well, hang on. Alright, now that I solved that issue, without further ado, here is the review. Starting off in the S tier, we have Advanced Gun Dealer. Now, I chose this one because while the price tag is 400 Robux, you get access to, like, basically all the guns in the game, all the good guns. So you get access to all the guns that the regular dealer gets access to. But on top of that, you get access to all these different types of guns, too. Battle helmets and different types of armor and vests, and overall these weapons are just better. And on top of that, the best part about this game pass is that you don't have to deal with other people who have this game pass upping the price too much. You can get it at the cheapest price for yourself. You're basically your own dealer and other people's dealer. Because of that, it's an incredibly good game pass. Just that alone, the fact that you can buy these guns for yourself at the cheapest price that they come, makes it at least an A tier. But on top of that, you can sell it to other players and make a profit off of it, which I believe puts it all the way up into S tier. Next up, also in the S tier, is the car dealer. The car dealer also gets access to all the regular cars that the original dealer has, and then access to even better cars down below. Again, this one is just A tier alone because of the fact that you are your own supplier. You can buy these cars at the cheapest price that they come in the entire game, instead of having to buy it from someone that's going to up the price by $500, $1,000, $1,500. So that alone makes it worth it right there, A tier. But again, you can sell it to other players, which makes it S tier. The only pet peeve I have with both of these S tiers, alright, two of them actually. One is the fact that someone can easily just ruin your, a couple of minutes for you. I know it's not that big of a deal. Ooh, first world problems, but they can, say that they want to buy this thing, this weapon or this car, and they can either A, while you're holding it out, kill you and then pick it up, or B, they can literally just say, okay, no, I was just kidding, and walk out, and you've just spent money on something that you might have trouble pawning off now. My second pet peeve with them is that there's actually, even though you already spent money to get the game pass, you have to play for like 18 hours sometimes to unlock some of these features that these game passes have. So it's locked behind a paywall, and it's locked behind a time play wall. Those are my two pet peeves with them, but overall, I think they're both S tier, just for the reasons I already listed. Do keep in mind that with this review, these are opinions, not facts. And I'm not the most experienced player in the game, I'll admit it. I don't have the most amount of hours or anything. The order I put them in is based off of their price, what I've done with the game passes, and what I believe these game passes have the potential of doing. Next up is A tier, that being the Garages and SWAT game passes. I'm going to do 2 in 1 since the Garage game pass is not actually a team game pass. So I'm going to do that while I'm on the SWAT team. So with the SWAT team, you equip your items, and it comes with an SMG, a combat pistol, a baton, an armored van, handcuffs, balaclava, and heavy vest. I don't know how to explain it other than that's definitely A tier. You get a free automatic weapon, you get a secondary for free, you get an armored vehicle for free. You spawn in with these items every time. It's like you can place down the armored vehicle, and if you die and respawn, you get another one. So that one's there, and you get another one. You get another one every time. Just the items that this game pass comes with, it makes it worth it. I know the price is $550. That's relatively high, but again, the items that come with it. The ammo for the SMG, it's 9mm, which is the cheapest ammo in the game, as far as I'm aware, which is only $50. So that's really nice. Along with a combat pistol that also takes 9mm. So next we have the Garages, which I also believe is A tier. So I'm going to go ahead and claim this. That's $30 every 5 minutes. That's incredibly cheap. If you just play like any job, any role, you're going to make that back. So, first of all, a bonus about these is that battering rams cannot knock these down. So, police can't really raid these. On top of that, although you can't build in them, and that's a giant pet peeve I have, that you can't build in them. I understand why, though. That'd be too OP. You can place printers in these. So they can be lockpicked, but they cannot be battering rammed. Just because of the fact that you have the safe shelter, these technically safe shelters around the map to store printers in that you can lock and unlock. Makes it worth it. For A tier, but again, the pet peeve being that you cannot actually build in them. So also needs is a lockpick, and they need to know which garage you have, and they'll be able to get to your stuff. Next up, we have B tier. So B tier, the first one on the list is bypasses team cap. Essentially, I've never personally realized, there's maybe one instance where a team was completely full and I used it, but for the most part, these teams become unfull after quite a short amount of time. Like you see me scrolling through here, there's only 3 teams out of the 15, 20 that there are that are actually full. It is a useful game pass, but it's definitely not one that's needed. It's 400 Robux too, which is quite expensive for the fact that, I mean, someone's bound to leave and you're bound to get a spot in one of these roles pretty quickly. But again, if the server's full and people really aren't leaving, this game pass can come in handy for getting the job you want. Alright, next up on the B tier is the larger backpack game pass. Essentially, this makes you have 15 slots instead of 10. I put this B tier because it is 300 Robux, but it only gives you 5 more spots. Now, that's another extra third of your inventory space, yes, but that's only 5 more items you can store. It's not like you can clump up items, this isn't a Minecraft, dirt block stack, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is one singular item takes up a spot. That's basically you paying 60 Robux to hold one item, which actually isn't a terrible price, I would say, but definitely isn't the best either. That would be a better alternative, honestly, just having each backpack slot cost 60 Robux instead of 5 costs 300. Again, it can come in useful, especially if, the scenario happens earlier that I said with the advanced gun dealer and advanced car dealer, where someone comes in and either trolls you or tries to rob you, and you have this item left over that you bought, and you have nowhere to store it. You put it in your backpack until you can eventually pawn it off. So overall, B tier, it's okay. It's a bit much for what you're getting, but it does increase your backpack space, which can be nice in some instances. So next up is C tier, which would be custom music. Now, the price of this game pass is pretty cheap. It is a 200 Robux game pass. Essentially, the reason why it's on C tier and not higher is, one, it's definitely not a necessity. It doesn't give you an advantage in any way in the game. It's not like the Garage's game pass where you get to store an actual printer in a base without possibly getting banned for it. It's not like the advanced gun dealer and advanced car dealer where you get to buy the items at the cheapest price that they come available. It just plays music for you, and half the time the music that you try to play has been taken down for copyright, or it's been blocked, or something of the sort, and you can't even play the music that you originally intended on playing. But when you can play the music, it is pretty nice, just to show off to people. And it can attract customers to your store occasionally if you're playing a loud sound. But yeah, is it worth the Robux? It's worth the Robux, but it's not worth it in game, if that makes sense. Like, for the price that it is, it makes sense, but it just isn't a necessity in any way, shape, or form. And finally, F tier, we have Create Crew. Now, Create Crew, I actually don't own. I can get it right now if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna, and for a few specific reasons. So essentially, this game pass says defend the territory with your crew. With this game pass, you can create a crew. Other players can join this crew. You can change crew icon, change crew name, get special items soon. That hasn't even been implemented yet. First of all, 63 likes, 113 dislikes. That's, quite the bad ratio. Secondly, on the Discord, I actually saw someone complain about how buggy it is and how literally Stripe wasn't working for them. So I'm not willing to spend, more than I'm not willing to spend $10 on a game pass that doesn't even work. On top of that, by the way, it's 900 Robux, right? So if you don't have premium, instead of buying the 10 pack of Robux, you have to buy the 15 pack. Instead of just making it 800, they made it 900. So you're forced to spend more money just that way you can get this game pass. More money than you really need to. It allows you to create a gang, which is pretty cool, I suppose. But there's already crews in the game that you can join. Green Mafia, Great Masked Bandits, Red Mafia, Disciples of Anarchy. And these are already pretty fleshed out. I don't know how exactly it works, if these have been approved by the creator and then implemented, or if these are just already in the game, not actually player made, but creator made. I'd recommend you just join one of these. Yeah, it's buggy from what I've heard. The dislike is extremely unbalanced. Overall, it's not a good game pass. It's 900 Robux, like I said, so you'd have to buy 15 instead of the 10. There's not even a 15 back. You have to buy a 10 and then a 5. It's just inconvenient, buggy mess. It's not worth it. F tier. And yeah, that's that's the review right there. I know I left some information out, like some of the stuff that Advanced Gunsmith has, such as the heavy vest. I've displayed the description of the game passes and the cost of the game passes on screen throughout the video, so that way it fills in any gaps that I missed whenever describing these game passes. And yeah, that's about all I have. I hope you like and subscribe. Gosh, I can't speak.